So we're doing it for the big Brian Greens, but and the dirty valleys and everything. I'm good. So I just wanted to, I knew I was going to do this because it's been working. So I just walked up the hill of Fremont, right? It's a hill for Las Vegas Valley. And I got all of this, and I spent about, I think, $45, and then some of the things that were for sale, and I buy it anyway, Carnation or Lucerne, full fat, I guess, whatever you call it, not milk, but dairy flavored. So anyway, it went really well, and I really like that opposite. What I was going to say is, so now they've got Henry Ruggs, the second's father, with the tissue sniffling, and this is what I wanted to say. So, I'll put this down, or I can just talk and walk because I'm so great. So when Henry Ruggs, that happened to him, and I've talked about it in previous videos, I was at Resolutions, and I sat on the second bed, not the one that Agape and I and Lorena laid on, but then Agape wanted to sleep on the floor at that time more, so sometimes I'd wake up and she'd be on the floor because I don't know if she didn't want to be on the bed anymore, but she gets so up. So I read just about every single comment of Henry Ruggs, about Henry Ruggs, and I cried for both of us. And at the time I thought, well, you know, he did drink and drive, but like I just said before, like nobody knew who Henry Ruggs III was. The top, with respect to the NFL, the top number one draft pick, right? Straight out of college, University of Alabama at Tuscaloosa. Now, when I lived there, I was saying Bama when Scott said it because of Barack Obama. I don't know Bama, and they don't like me either because I don't fit any of their narratives. So anyway, back to us. So I read all of the comments. He's this, he's that. Were they there? And then a woman, I think she was 19 years old, and her dog died. Who set all that up? And I'm not a conspiracy theory person at all. I don't even know Epstein Island. I've never Googled it. Is he dead? Is his name Jeffrey or Jeff or something? That's just not who I am. Okay, now this one's dark, but I know it's still recording. So I read all the comments. Okay, and then I already said this. So it's the number one NFL youngest pick, right? His first, you know, regardless, he's in Las Vegas with a lot of money, right? And he's very young. They didn't have a good LVMPD police force or ambulance team help him. They did when I was at MGM Grand on July 20th, 2019 with my father, the last week I've seen him because I got really drunk. I mean, I don't even remember. Manny Pacquiao knockout and the whole thing. And they did. And then I went in there, and I was still staying at your Motel 6 on 195 East Tropicana and Las Vegas, when you call the Studio 6 number, it's 195 East Tropicana and Koval Lane. And I walked around, and it smelled good, and I spent $20 on a milkshake because I wasn't putting any money into the economy. That time, I wasn't, drinking very funny, or having a nice meal, or buying a t-shirt or a Gucci bag. They don't have Gucci in there. It's not funny. Okay, and I walked around, and I found where the boxing match was. And I wasn't crying or anything. And then there was a security guard, Israel with a Z, and she looked kind of masculine. Took my hand, I just said, you know, and then I asked her, where would the ambulance would have left? You know, and I guess the procession of it, the front door. So then she told me, and I said, I'm going to go walk in. And she said, do you want to talk to one of our managers to thank our team? Yeah, like I really go up to upper management and talk about that. And then I walked around, and I think that was the right route. It would make sense. I don't remember anything. Okay, and she's holding mine, Israel with a Z. Right? Oh, yeah. Do I look better now? Do you like my longer hair? I almost look the exact same, just with glasses and a fuller physique. Right? Ask anybody who really knows me. Lorenzo's back, and we're doing good. Right? They took my EBT card, everything. And they were always going to take it. Right? Because this wasn't part of their plan. I should have been dead by now. Or worse, maybe. I don't know, or worse, right? Locked up for some driving Scott Center's Jeep, and who was ever messing with it anywhere, Palme Exo, anywhere across America, right? Very funny.